chapter 19, verses 28 through 31. Just a few short verses of our lectionary text for Palm Sunday. And in verse 28 of chapter 19, according to Luke, these words are recorded. After Jesus had said this, he went on ahead, going up to Jerusalem. As he approached Bethphage and Bethany at the hill called the Mount of Olives, he sent two of his disciples, saying to them, "Go to the village ahead of you, and as you enter it, you will find a colt tied there, which no one has ever ridden. Untie it and bring it here. If anyone asks you, 'Why are you untying it?' say, 'The Lord needs it.'" The word of God for the people of God.
Thanks be God.
For a few moments on this Palm Sunday, I want to preach from the theme, Ride On, King Jesus.
All right.
Ride on, King Jesus. On this day around the world, we commemorate Palm Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
We gather around the globe and we bless palm branches and we distribute the palm branches that become ashes for Ash Wednesday next year. We gather around and we have palm processions and we commemorate the triumphal entry of Jesus into Jerusalem. We make note that there were two crowds on that day, some nearly 2,000 years ago. There was a crowd of disciples who understood that Jesus riding on a donkey or a colt symbolized that he in fact was the true Messiah. They understood that the prophet Zechariah said that in chapter 9, verse 9, that the king will come lowly riding on a donkey. They understood it, and so therefore they took off their clothes, their cloaks, and they threw them to the ground. They cut down branches and they waved them because they understood that this was indeed the king, not the Caesar, but this was the king. But yet also there was another crowd, a crowd of religious leaders called Pharisees who did not like what they saw. Mm-hmm. They saw the disciples praising God. They saw the disciples taking off their cloaks and putting them on the ground. They saw the disciples waving their palm branches, yelling Hosanna. And they said, wait a minute, it doesn't take all of that. We don't do that around here. We don't get up. We don't shout. We don't do all of that. And we advise you not to do that. We advise you not to make all that commotion. We advise you not to shout. We advise you not to run because it doesn't take all of that. So we see that there are two crowds. We see that there are palm branches, but many of us overlook the donkey. Mm-hmm. Many of us, we have palm branches. We talk about the crowd. We, of course, talk about Jesus, but do we take time enough to reflect on the donkey? Reverend Henson, if I could use my sanctified imagination today, I believe I can hear the donkey talking to us this afternoon. I believe I can hear this donkey, not Shrek, not donkey, but I can hear this donkey talking to us this afternoon to help us understand what Jesus truly means. If you all will engage me for a few moments, indulge me just to let you know what this donkey told me during my quiet time, during my devotion, during my meditation. Is it all right to tell you what the donkey told me to tell you?
Yeah.
This donkey told me that I'm so glad that one day I got up and this day was just like every other day. This day was just like the last days of my life. Nothing special, nothing different. Nobody had ever ridden me before. Nobody had ever come and talked to me before. I just had the same old routine, day after day after day. And so I got up on this particular day and I thought, you know what? This day is going to be the same. This day is going to be a day just like all the other days that I've spent my short life. It's going to be mundane. It's going to be the same. It's going to be the same type of day that I've had. But on this particular day, I saw two strange men. On this particular day, there were two strange men, and they came over, and they came and they looked at me. They came over and they gave me some attention. They came over, and I saw them doing something I had never seen anybody do. They were trying to untie me. They were trying to loosen me. They were trying to rescue me. They were trying to help me out. This day was not an ordinary day. This day turned out to be the best day of my life. The first thing this donkey wanted me to let you know is that Jesus looked for me. I don't know about you, but that's good news on Palm Sunday.
Yes, yes.
Jesus looks high and low for you.
Yes.
Jesus looks high and low for me. Jesus sent his disciples to find me. Nobody ever cared about me. Nobody ever had used me. My own mama said I would never be anything. My own mama said I'm just like my no good daddy. On this day, Jesus looked for me. On this day, Jesus sent somebody to find me. On this day, he searched for me. And that should be good news this afternoon. We should give God praise that the reason Jesus is king is because he searches for the lost. He looks for us.
Yes, yes, he does.
I'm so glad that while I was in my sin, he was looking for me. I'm so glad when I